This is called Lying Pro, and today we will unfold tips and tricks. If you are new to the channel, I unbox and review converters. Converters are small piece of technology, wherein you can convert the actions from your mouse and keyboard to your iOS or Android device. It mimics the display touches, but using your mouse or keyboard. Sounds fun, right? I have done few tutorial videos for this. If you're interested, feel free to browse my channel. And if you love to learn more, hit that subscribe button and be part of my growing channel. Alright, let's start. This will be quick tutorial, so feel free to pause or slow down the video. Oh, before I forgot, I've made 2 videos already for this converter. I don't want you to miss any, but you can watch all in any order. The first tip or trick, whatever you might call this. Walking feature. Too simple, isn't it? But too hard to execute in a converter. But here's the thing. This works on Call of Duty Mobile as well. I'm showing the actual demonstration of this right now. Notice the small circle in the joystick? It's adjusting its limits when I hold a button. Now, how to execute this walking feature. Make sure the joysticks are fixed by adjusting in the settings. Here you'll see how the movements are registered. Lines created are taps or swipes. This option is also available in the app called GamingGamwing. Download the app in the description down below. To set up, go to Settings, enable this option, and adjust the sensitivity. Now head to the Custom Control settings and place the buttons accordingly. The switch radius should be lower than the actual radius of the joystick. The actual radius can be adjusted automatically. You should always keep in mind to lower the other number for best results. Do you see this icon? Make sure to include it inside this circle. To adjust the circle, tap this points here and drag it. This method will be the same in PUBG or other FPS games. But for this video, I'll demonstrate in Call of Duty Mobile for reference. I choose the left shift key from my one-handed controller to execute the walking. This is useful when aiming accurately or processing the target. Now let's move on to macro feature. But before we proceed, I think you forgot to subscribe. You see, the report says that I have 90% of viewers who aren't subscribed yet. Please reach the subscribe button and be part of my growing channel. Alright, let's move on to demonstrating the macro feature. When used effectively, you can adjust scope, switch scope, or even select emotes. The good thing is you will only press one button, and it will automatically press the next button for you. This is the power of macro feature. Alright, enough introductions, let's start setting up. Choose 6x scope and toggle the adjustment. Open the editor and create a macro taps. I already created mine, so feel free to copy my setup. I choose number 6 as the keyboard button to adjust my scope. I created 3 tap macro buttons to execute this. Edit the position similar to my setup. Number 1 opens the adjustment. Number 2 adjusts the scope from 3x to 6x, while number 3 closes the adjustment. If you like switching to 3x scope, you can do the same method, but moving the number 2 below. Let's rename this macro to 6x. You can rename the other macro as 3x. I'll show a quick demonstration with music. Now let's move on and try this when switching scope. It will be the same setup here so you can copy my settings. Comment down below if you have any questions or suggestions. Congrats! You've made it in the end. This is the bonus part for you. Long story short, you bought this type of keyboard which only has 36 numbers of keys. As far as this tutorial goes, I've used almost all the keys and I don't have anything left. Well, Lying Pro comes to the rescue and said, "Hold my beer." Now we can create two combined keys like a plus B, C plus D and more. Press two buttons at the same time to trigger the controls. Does this helps? Or this is just some kind of a trick? Let me know by commenting down below. That's all for today. See you on my next videos. Cheers!